Welcome to Early U.S. History Week 9. Please make sure you are checking your grade. You can check your grades by clicking on the Grades tab. Make sure you are looking for those missing circles or places where there's not an icon. Also be looking at comments, and if there is a comment, you can see the comments by clicking on the assignment, like this one for example. If you look over here where it says assignment submitted, click on that and it should take you to the assignment and you should see where I left you some comments. Alright, so let's take a look at the week. On Monday you should open up day 1 and read through all the materials, watch the movies and take notes. Same thing with day 2 and day 3. Day 3 you also need to turn in the discussion. 4, turn in your Cornell notes. 5, do the railroads quiz. Alright, so what does that look like? Click on Unit 4, Reconstruction. Bless you. Alright, so look over the announcements, objectives, and goals for the week. And then for day 1, kind of a unit overview. What I'm expecting from you from this week. This is kind of like a study guide here, so these are some good questions of what you should know by the end of the unit. Here's some vocabulary for westward expansion. And then day 2, be looking at the railroad stuff. So this week's assignment, you're going to be taking Cornell notes. If you're not sure how to do that, you can watch these videos on how to take notes. Be thinking about these groups of people for the discussion. I might include that list in the discussion for you. Then read about the Transcontinental Railroad, the United States in 1860. Some questions to be thinking about. And then some video about railroads. More stuff about railroads. A little reading. Some questions to be able to answer via this video. And then this week's discussion. Alright, for this discussion, I want you to look through these websites and learn a little bit more about the railroad and its impact on the country. Be sure to use your notes in the directions below. Here's some other primary sources. People who lived during the time of the railroads. And then for your discussion this week, please compare 2 groups' perspectives, so like the natives versus the workers versus the businessmen, the Central versus the Union, the Chinese versus the natives, something. Look back at that list from the day before. And then tell me about their perspectives of the Transcontinental Railroad. For each perspective, explain the context, the point of view, and the possible bias of each account. So, how bias being, how would they feel differently and why? Are the people of the Central Pacific going to be more in favor of their railroad versus the Union people being more in favor of theirs? So, make sure you respond with your reactions to questions and at least 2 other students to get full credit. Read the rubric carefully so you know how you will be graded. So here's the rubric I'll be using when I grade your post or your replies. Make sure you're proofreading. That should always be expected. So if you're not proofreading, you're going to lose points. Alright, for a good initial post, you should have at least 5 sentences. For a good reply, you should have at least 4. Please read those specifically. Alright. After the discussion for day 4, a little bit more reading. Some pictures of some mining towns here in Colorado. And then more reading and a video. And then this is where you will submit your notes from the week. And day 5 is where you will have your quiz. Alright, if you have any questions for this week, please make sure to email me or call me. If you're turning in late work, please use the late work form. If you're coming on Wednesday, I look forward to seeing you. Have a great week.